Hey everybody, this is Progressive Performance, and I'm Jimmy.
Hey guys, I'm Tory.
And today we're going over the bench press. So, for our Exercise of the Month video, we've gone over a couple of progressions from the push-up to the bench press, and today we're going to go over the big lift, the bench press, right? Everybody asks you how much you bench. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go over a couple of ways not to bench and a couple of ways to bench in a couple of different variations. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to have Tory go and set up on the bench in a way that I believe is wrong. So you'll see some people in the gym lay down on the bench with their feet up on the end of the bench here. Now, sometimes this is okay. If you really do have some lower back issues or something of that nature, this exercise can help you to keep your back a little bit flatter. But I find that it doesn't give you the same stability that having your feet on the ground would, okay? Now, there's another exercise that you may see other people doing in the gym where they bring their knees up toward their chest and bench this way. This, in my opinion, is the least appropriate way to bench press because you're really taking a lot of your stability elements out of the bench and you're really not getting enough out of the movement. Meaning, if you don't have the stability from your feet being rooted into the ground, you're not going to be able to bench press as much weight. Thus, you're not going to be able to challenge yourself enough to make gains over time. Okay? Now, here's the proper way to bench for most people. She's going to put her feet on the ground, and we're going to have a relatively neutral arch in the lower back, right? Feet are going to be rooted to the ground. We're going to have the butt, shoulders, and head all on the bench, and then she's going to go ahead and do a couple of reps to show you how this goes. As she brings the bar down to her chest, she's going to pull her back together just like we were doing in the push-up. This is going to set you up with a good shelf to press that bar from. And a couple reps here just to show you guys. As we can see, the bar comes back a little bit toward the rack as she presses, and the elbows are not at 90 degrees out this way. They are a little bit cut down, kind of this 45-degree angle, which helps your shoulder blade find the best position possible. Okay? Now, if you are going to embark on competitive powerlifting, there is a specific technique that's going to work better to move more weight. Now, powerlifting is a sport of how much weight can you move from point A to point B. It's not necessarily the strongest person or the person with the most muscle that wins. It's the person that can shorten their range of motion enough to get that weight heavier and heavier, right? So we can shorten the range of motion in a bench press and allow our quads to do a little bit of the work by putting them on tension. If we pull our legs back a little bit, get a nice arch through our lower back here, and bring our ribs up high toward the bench bar. Now, what we can do here is still think about pulling that back together, and you can even get tighter on your upper back because your ribs are flared up and your back is arched, right? Now, this is also going to help us get, like I said before, get the quads involved because we're pushing into the ground as we push that bar off our chest, but we're still honoring all the rules of a powerlifting competition where the butt, shoulders, head, everything is rooted to the bench and your feet are rooted to the ground, okay? One thing that some people will tell you, and even some fitness professionals will say that your lower back arching like this is bad for you. Now, if you don't have a pre-existing condition of lower back pain or issues there, something like a spondylolisthesis or some sort of disc issue, I would say that that's not true, okay? This is not a bad position for you. It's excessive lumbar extension, yes, and there are some exercises that we'll show you in the next video to kind of get your body back out of that position and get your abs back on, because this really kind of takes your abs out of the equation. But one of the things that you'll hear is this is going to hurt your back. Now, it's not. The reason being that the load is coming perpendicular to the body as opposed to on the spine. So if you're squatting or deadlifting with excessive extension or excessive flexion of the spine, then we can run into some problems. But this load is coming down onto your chest, right, perpendicular to the body. So don't worry about hurting your back in this position. This position is only for those competitive powerlifters to make sure that you can move some more weight. Every person should get their back tight, but this big arch position is a skill that you need to be taught by a coach to be better as a powerlifter. So, that's our exercise of the week video for the bench press. I hope this helps you out. And we are Progressive Performance. We'll see you next time.
See you guys.